All right, friends, so we are here to continue our learning of our dividing decimals, moving into our next our next must-do lesson, which is grade 5, module 4, lesson 26, continuing to work on dividing fractions and integers. Remember to pause and rewind as needed, so that way you can have appropriate understanding. You will be turning in your work again to me after the review, so of course make sure that you have something to write on and something to write with. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So 1 divided by 3. We've been working on this about 2 weeks back, right? This is going to be 1/3. So if I have 1 whole and I'm splitting it into 3 equal parts, each one of those is going to have 1/3 in it. So let's go ahead and continue on. So yesterday we did an integer divided, previous lesson we did an integer divided by a fraction. Now we're doing a fraction divided by an integer. So I'm going to have 1/2 divided by 3. Okay, so what I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and show my 1/2. I am going to go ahead and draw it as a whole though. Okay, so here's my 1 whole, and I'm just working with 1/2 of that whole. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and divide it into 3 pieces. How much is one of these pieces going to be? Well, if I had also divided this half into 3 equal pieces, how many total pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1/6. So 1/2 divided by 3 would give me how much in each piece? 1/6. Let's do another one and then let's try to find a pattern. If I have 1/3 divided by 3, okay, so again, I have my 1 whole. All right, and I'm working with just 1/3. I'm going to split my 1/3 into 3 pieces. Well, how much would that be? Well, if I split all of my thirds into pieces, how many pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So each one of these would be 1/9. And that makes sense because I know that 3/9 is the same as 1/3 because of my identity property. Remember, 1/3 times 3/3 would give me that 3/9. So 1/3 divided by 3 would be how much in each piece? 1/9. So again, we have this pattern. 2 times 3 gives me that denominator of 6. 3 times 3 gives me that denominator of 9. So that's where that pattern comes into play, because now instead of looking to see how many I can make, I'm looking to see how much is in one piece. So looking at 1/5 divided by 2, well, I know that 5 times 2 would be 10, so I'm guessing it's going to be 1/10, but let's go ahead and check. If I have my 1 whole and I have my 5 pieces, I'm looking at one of them. If I split each one into 2, how many would I have? Well, I would have 10 pieces, so each one is going to have 1/10 in it. Looking at a quick word problem, if Melanie pours half of a liter of water into 4 bottles equally, how many liters of water will be in each bottle? Okay, so I'm working with half of a liter. So here's half of my liter. I'm pouring it into 4 bottles equally. How much is going to be in each? So I have half. I'm pouring it or separating it into 4 equal pieces. How much is going to be in each piece? Well, I know that this is going to become 1/8 because this one, if I continued it would be 1/8. 2 times 4 is also 8, so I know that it's going to be 1/8. All right, friends, remember to pause and rewind. Make sure that this work is down. And of course, let me know what questions you have before moving on to your practice, so that way you can have success with that practice.